Welcome. In this lesson, I'm going to show you how we can either create a bucket in S3 or we can delete a bucket in S3 or how we can put objects in S3. Finally, actually what our main goal is, we want to copy all the backups, the hard backup running on a EC2 all the way to this S3. And for this, either we can use a graphical web interface or through the AWS CLI. Not all the time you have access to the graphical interface, right? So that is why we have configured AWS so we can simply copy there. Okay, so let me explain you how this AWS CLI interact with S3. As you can see that here in our repo doc, I have this documentation. It says the AWS CLI provides two tiers of command accessing S3 service. One is simple S3, you can say AWS S3. Another is S3 API, and we use a S3 API. I have divided these two in separate sections, and we will give example each of these commands. So S3 is used for common tasks like creating, manipulating, and deleting objects. S3 API actually expose direct access to all the S3 API operations that include advanced operations. Okay, we will see example of each. So let's say first of all AWS S3 LS. What it does, this command goes from here and it goes to this account and see how many buckets are there. Right now it tells you that with my name Abid Malik, I have this bucket and I have created this for since 2018. Okay, so you don't have to come here, you click on S3 and then you find out, oh yes, there is a one bucket called this. Look at this, only one command AWS S3 LS list all the buckets in the S3 under this account. Okay, so right there or here. Okay, now the next one is how we can make a bucket. Okay, either we use this syntax or we can use create bucket, this syntax. Okay, let me go and first try this, or actually let me go ahead and try first through here, then I will show you through this way, and then I will show you through this way. Okay, so let's go ahead and say create bucket, and we want to create a general bucket. Okay, let's call this gold data protectors, and let's make them to make it unique, let's call this 1. Okay, let's try that. Leave everything as it is. Object ownership ACL disables, recommended, leave the recommended one. Block all the public access. Okay, and let's not do the versioning, leave everything as it is. There should be encryption for the server side, that is the Amazon is managing it, we're not bringing our own key. Okay, so let's go ahead and simply say create bucket. Okay, if this is a unique name globally in this US East 1, or actually this is across, it says that it has to be a unique bucket name. Nobody else should have this name before. Okay, even though it is created in this region, but the bucket name itself is a uniquely global. So I show you this way. Let's go ahead and create this way. Make a bucket and we call this gold data protector. What is that? Gold data protectors -2. Let's go ahead and do gold data protectors -2. Let's try that one. It says that make bucket is created. Let me refresh that and you will see 2 buckets now. Okay, let's go ahead, and the third way is that how this is the way you direct access the API. Is the much faster and advanced. It went there and it created in a JSON format as the output. It has much more, you can see that in a different way than just storing this one. So bucket created. So this is what it says, that who created this? I actually log in through my root account and I created this one. Okay, this is the owner for all these one, right? I am the one who has logged in here as this guy right there. Okay, so now we have seen that. Let's go ahead and create a bucket through this way. Control C and Control V. Let's go ahead and call this gold data protectors -3. Right there it says that this is the location of the new bucket, and if you go ahead and if you will refresh that, we should have 3 buckets. Okay, we can go ahead and remove from here or from there. Let's go ahead and delete from here. I'll show you. Before I do that, it says go ahead and type this thing, so you 100% sure you want to delete that. I say yes, go ahead and delete that. Okay, now we got 2 left. Now I can go back here and I can say go ahead and do the there should be a delete bucket, and here it should be a RB, mean remove bucket. So let's go ahead and copy, go ahead and paste, but this time it should be 2 protectors -2, right? If you click here, and now that is gone, right? And let's leave it there. Let's go ahead and delete that one also through this way, so we complete this thing, right? So let's go. This is much more simpler way of doing. Let's go ahead and do this way, because I want to have simply name not with a -1. So let's go ahead and create one, create bucket. Let's create with the only gold data protectors. Okay, gold data protectors, right? So right now we have this should be gone, and we should have only gold data protectors. Okay, this is how you use this one. You play around, like simply if I want to copy anything, let's go ahead and create a file called file.txt. I have a file called file.txt. How I can put this there? I can use either this command, gold data protectors. Okay, now if I come back here and if I click here, there should be one file there. Okay, or I can use a put object method. Okay, so let's go ahead and create this backups like that. Let's go ahead and create put object under this one, so I can have a folder called backups, and then later on we can put the backup in there, or I can have a backup, full backups, world, whatever the way you want to do that. Okay, so let's call this one or full backup. Either way, let's go ahead and create backups. Okay, let's do that, backups. So gold data protectors, put object, it is putting a prefix, if you remember that. So this is actually a folder, but in S3 really nothing is a folder. These are just the paths. If you refresh that, we should have a backups folder. We call this a folder, they call it folder, but this is really a path prefix. Okay, we will use this. So let's go ahead and under this bucket, this will be our prefix. We put all the hard backup of our EC2 here, and now you can, I listed there everything. You can go ahead and you can run all these commands, but I think you got the idea. What we will do now, we will take this one and we will put the backup, and then we will sort. And this is all how you can list all objects in the where there is a folder. So you can even go ahead and do this one also. So please do a practice here, but what I wanted to show you, I am done with that one. So we have a S3, we have a bucket, we have a folder there. All we just need is take the backup from EC2 and put it there. So from there we can restore into a new RDS. I will see you in the next lesson.